The Old West is a time of adventure and danger, where justice is often swift and brutal. In this world, a man's reputation can make or break him, and Sherman McMaster's is no exception. Some say he's a courageous lawyer, always on the side of justice. Others claim he is a notorious outlaw, with a series of crimes and misconduct to his name. But where is the truth? Join us to dive into the history books and discover the true story of Sherman McMaster. Sherman W. McMaster was born in 1853 in Rock Island, Illinois, the son of Sylvester W. McMaster. Despite his humble beginnings, he will continue to make a name for himself in the Wild West, which will become legend. McMaster's early years are still a mystery, but it is often said that he possessed an indomitable spirit that prompted him to seek adventure. He moved to Texas and joined the ranks of the legendary Texas Rangers, renowned for their bravery and dedication to justice. Texas Rangers, a legendary law enforcement agency widely known as the Los Diablos Tejanos, or Texas Devils. Founded in the early days of Texas, this elite group of lawyers quickly established themselves as some of the most skilled and fearless investigators in the West. Headquartered in Austin, Rangers have statewide jurisdiction that allows them to investigate a wide range of crimes, from murder to corruption. They are often called upon to act as a security force at key state sites, including the Alamo, and are known as paramilitary forces in times of crisis. As detectives, Rangers are tasked with protecting the governor of Texas and tracking down fugitives, a task that requires both intelligence and physical strength. They are often called upon to act to control riots, using their expertise in crowd management to restore order during times of civil unrest. As a ranger, McMaster quickly made a name for himself, known for his keen intelligence and ability to wield firearms very well. During his time as a ranger, he met a man who would change his life forever, Curly Bill Brocious. Brocious was once a prisoner under McMaster's Ranger Division, but he managed to escape in 1878. McMaster's decision to join Brocious and his gang on a tugboat would mark a turning point in his life. From a respected lawyer, he became a wanted outlaw, his name feared and despised in the West. In the summer of 1880, Sherman W. McMaster was the target of a criminal investigation. He is suspected of stealing a mule and 2 horses from a U.S. military camp near Tombstone, Arizona. But that was only the beginning of his troubles. A few months later, in February 1881, 2 men robbed a carriage near Globe, Arizona. And then, that same day, they robbed a carriage between Globe and Florence. When they discovered the Wells Fargo & Co.'s safe, they took the whole thing. Pony Deal, also known as Charles Ray, and McMaster emerged as suspects in the case. The evidence is the letters found at the scene. When Tombstone City Sheriff Virgil Earp learned of McMaster's involvement, he knew he had to act quickly. But it's not that simple. Pima County Sheriff Bob Paul instructed Virgil to suspend McMaster's arrest until Deal was in custody. The case is a web of suspects and accusers, and Virgil will have to use all the skills of a lawyer to solve it. In the annals of the Old West, the events of September 10, 1881, will go down in history as one of the most daring and violent encounters between lawmakers and outlaws. It was on this fateful day that Virgil Earp, the famous marshal of Tombstone City, attempted to arrest the notorious outlaw Sherman McMaster. However, McMaster had other plans and was not ready to die without a fight. When Virgil attempted to arrest him, McMaster resisted and opened fire, firing multiple shots at Virgil before daringly escaping. This encounter between McMaster and Virgil is just one of the many violent confrontations that have marked the Old West. Despite the dangers and odds against them, lawyers like Virgil Earp never abdicate their duty to protect the community and obey the law. And outlaws like McMaster stand ready to resist any attempt to bring them to justice. As we look back at this pivotal moment in the history of the Old West, we see the courage of those who fought for the law, The struggle between the legislators and the outlaws can be violent and bloody, but it is also a feature of the Wild West, one that continues to capture the imagination of us today. The loyalty of Sherman W. McMaster has been the subject of debate among historians for many years. While some believe he's an outlaw, others speculate that he worked undercover for the Texas Rangers to bring down the infamous Cowboys gang. The Clanton family and their ranchers were known for their crimes along the Mexican border, participating in cattle thefts, wagon robberies, ambushes of teammates, and cold-blooded murder. They were feared and cursed as the Cowboys, a loosely organized gang of outlaws that terrorized the Arizona Territory. Even before the Earp brothers came to Tombstone, the criminal activities of the Clanton gang were well known. The patriarch of the family, Newman Haynes Old Man Clanton, and his sons arrived in the territory in 1873, initially working as freighters and herders. However, the Clanton family soon entered a life of crime, with Old Man Clanton leading the way. The Cowboys include his sons, Ike, Billy, and Finn, as well as Tom and Frank McLaury, Curly Bill Brocious, Johnny Ringo, Pete Spence, and several others. It's worth noting that some gang members may not be directly involved in their illegal activities. This group of outlaws is a stain on the peaceful Arizona Territory. The Clantons and their gang are reckless, ruthless, and disinterested in the law. Their reputation was so notorious that even before the Earp brothers arrived, they were the talk of the town. During a time of infamous conflict between the Earps and the Cowboys, McMaster was known to be loyal to the Earp brothers and played a key role in their endeavor. It is said that he met and became friends with Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday in Dodge City, Kansas before the events in Tombstone. Though once a former member of the outlaw Cowboys, he later changed his ways and aided Earp in his quest for revenge against the gang. They are responsible for the deaths of the Earp family brothers. McMaster assisted Wyatt Earp in his revenge against the outlaw gang for the deaths of Wyatt's brother, Morgan Earp, and the fatal shooting of his other brother, Virgil Earp, all of which took place after the gunfight at the OK Corral. However, it is important to note that he is not alone in his actions. Doc Holliday, Turkey Creek Jack Johnson, and Texas Jack Vermillion also joined the support. While McMaster's past can be questioned, his loyalty to the Earp brothers and his role in bringing about justice is undeniable. The story of Sherman McMaster's death is shrouded in mystery and contradiction. Will McLaury claimed that the Cowboys killed him, but Wyatt Earp suggested that McMaster died in the Philippines in 1898 while serving as a soldier in the Spanish-American War. However, official military records do not list him as a soldier. Another source from his family announced his death in Colorado in 1892, confusing historians as to what really happened to him. Though his death was fraught with twists and turns, one thing is certain: McMaster played a key role in Earp's feud with the Cowboys. He was once an outlaw, then turned to become a lawyer and helped Earps to get a revenge on the Cowboys for killing Wyatt's brother Morgan Earp and shooting his other brother, Virgil. McMaster's loyalty to the Earps is unshakable, and he's willing to risk his life to support them. The circumstances surrounding McMaster's death may forever remain a mystery, but his legacy lives on. He was a brave lawyer who fought for justice and helped maintain law and order in the Wild West. His story is a reminder of the sacrifices made by law enforcement officers to keep communities safe in the Old West at the time.